Okay, for sure. My name Arion J. You feel me?
Shit, just tell me about yourself, tell me what you do, like you a model, all that kind of shit.
Oh, okay, I guess. Nah, I hate talking to myself. So my name Arion J. You feel me? I'm from Oakland, and I'm a professional model actor, based out of the West Coast. And you feel me? Just coming on here, just kind of y'all learn what I do, and just having a good conversation with with some my fellow brothers. And yeah, man.
Shit, bro. Shit, so let's get into it. Let's talk about shit. I want to ask you, bro, like, what do models actually bring to the fashion world, bro? Cause like me, like I ain't really use no model. I got my own shit. I don't use model just cause like I'm really not. So I'm not trying to play around. I'm just like take them pictures to post on my shit, post on my Instagram, post on my website, and I'm gone. I'm not trying to just create a whole aesthetic. You feel me? I'm just taking pictures and I'm gone. Make that little video. I'm gone. I'm not trying to do that. You feel me? But I see you doing your thing. Yeah, like, you feel me? I'm really just doing that. I'm gone. So like, I'm saying you doing your thing. So I'm like, for me, what does you add, or like, what do models add to it?
But honestly, well, I think it's cool that you do it at home because that's kind of the build, man. You ain't got to worry about nobody else, no drama.
I do the same thing.
You feel me? It just makes things more simple. I think models honestly bring influence, bro, and just character to your brand. For example, like State Farm guy, you feel like his chill demeanor and stuff make you think of State Farm. You know, it's just something that you gotta that's gonna attract people to your brand. So they use like attractive people. They use somebody with blue eyes or blonde hair. Like, there's certain aesthetics you have to have that correlates with the brand. So like if you like somebody that's more like edgy, more rugged, you would pick somebody that's edgy, more rugged that represents who your brand is. Right. If I'm a uptight dude wearing suits all day, like me in the hoodie looking where you look right. You feel me? Like it just what I wouldn't know how to rock it. I wouldn't know how to dress style myself. You feel me? So I think it's just kind of like it just gives you a face for the brand and it creates less work for you. So like, okay, you do your job. Just bring my brand to life. Do what you do, and then from there, I can work on all the business aspects. If I need you to be fake, I don't need you to be fake.
Right. So say when you take a photo for like I would say like a clothing brand or something, whose job is it to promote it more? You or the clothing brand? Or do y'all set that up like in a contract or something?
It's the brand.
It's the brand, huh?
It's the brand, yeah. When they hire me, they like come in and shoot. That's it.
Yeah, that's
you feel me? Unless they send me a photo and I post it, that's different. But it's not my job. My job is I'm talent. You feel me? I go in, do my job, do my poses. That's it.
So like have you posted like the brands or you work for it? Have you just like just cause you was in it? Cause I know that's how I am. Like if I'm in it, like say if I'm in one of my pilot video or something, I'm gonna never post it just cause I'm in it. Like
yeah. I mean I do post like brands that I do work with. Sometimes I don't. It just all depends on the contract. Cause like sometimes they be like, oh, we don't want you to post it because they want it to be promoted a certain way unless they seem like the information to do it. But I mean, yeah, I take like you, I would promote whatever I'm in. Like if I'm in a movie or some type of ad, I'm gonna post it once I send it to them. Just I try to post it in the time frame that they post it so it makes sense. You know, season.
Nah, we definitely cut out. You definitely cut out the middleman when you were model.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But like, you feel me? Like overall, like, I know all the big brands. Like, you feel me? That's what they do though. They hire models and you feel me? Like it pushes. So I'm like, I just wanted to see like come from real perspective. You were a real model. You really do this. Like for example, like, I seen it on your Instagram. Like you be tagging like the brands you work. So like, does that help you get? Does that help you get like them to their attention, or do they pay you to do that?
Man, no. Look, it's all about perception, man. You got a network, man. Like, at the end of the day, bro, I ain't making millions. You feel me? I'm keeping it a buck. You feel me? But I'm still hustling, bro. This is hustle. So like, if I'm wearing something for H&M, you feel me? What just happened, bro? I wear something for H&M. I tag them. They reach out to me like, hey, we like a photo. Like, can you use a photo? Pay this, boom, boom, boom. You don't know where the photo gonna be at, but you know it's out there.
And they
paying for it. You feel me? So it's like you no matter if you here or here, you still networking, but you still trying to market.
So that's why when people post pictures, they tag brands just to get the brand attention. And if the brand like it, they gonna tap in with you.
They're gonna tap in with you. And then
so they actually do look at people being tagged. Like,
Yeah, and then
I never known that for real. I just be thinking like, I see that shit all my damn on TV.
Yeah, I see people motherfuckers tag Dior, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all that type of
Yeah,
shit.
see those big ones.
They not looking at that.
Nah, because that's just like a real like. This photo gotta be really nice, really polished for them to use it, and not gonna use it.
So it gotta be a certain kind of photo too. It can't just be like I'm at the house or I'm at the park.
Not even that. It's probably just what you got on too as well. Like for example, like say if you tagging Dior, you can't be all in the baggy shit and then tag them and then expect them to repost it because that's not no. They won't put that in the lookbook. Like I'm thinking now that you said that when they looking at the tags, they going for shit that could be in the lookbook. Like that could be in the spring 22 or like the fall 21, shit like that. That's probably what they're looking for. That's crazy.
Honestly, bro, using models though, it really help your brand, bro. Because it's like, say you use a model that's like, you know, attractive and got a lot of followers.
Mm-hmm.
Her followers become your followers. That's a new audience right there. So that's why it's important, like, I feel like brands to invest into other models. It's only gonna help you, bro. Because if I'm a model, I like the brand. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna rock this E19 photo shoot. So then my followers gonna see on my page, like, oh, where you get this from? Who I got it from here? And it just keep going. And then I have to spend time where I see my friends, they'll be modeling something, and I'll reach out to that brand. I saw them do it. Mm-hmm. So now you got another model on your roster.
Right.
So that's why it's important to really have models work for you.
I'm gonna start. I just gotta figure out the back end portion of it. It's like, do you do a payout up front, or it's like, do you do like a royalty thing? Do they even like
for local brand, bro, or just a brand in general, like
just pay on?
You pay out front, or even people do collabs. I'm wrong, collabs are definitely I think. Yeah. So it just all depends on the work of that model. You know, some models do it for the F, for the love. You feel me? It just all depends on the benefit.
Yeah, you gotta benefit them.
They gotta benefit. You gotta make sense. Like, I don't have a problem doing collab. That's not a problem. Yeah. Especially like this year, I work with more black-owned businesses anyway. Mm-hmm. It has to make sense. Like, okay, if you want to do a campaign for a whole month, okay, what's that campaign looking like? Like, what days am I posting? What am I saying? Because I want to make sure that your vision is promoted the right way.
Right. I
have a cool amount of following now. So I'm like, okay, well, how can we benefit from this and whatever? So that's how we kind of talked out. But it's not necessarily about money. You do gotta invest in sometimes, but it's not necessarily money. It's about the benefit of each party.
Yeah, I'm definitely like that. I gotta do that if it's popular next week. I'm gonna get a model. Just good. Like, it's cool with me being a model though.
You know what I mean? It do work because like I get what you're saying about how it help because like for example like I model my shit. I take pictures of my shit mostly like every weekend I try to like dress myself up and model my shit and take pictures because like. For some reason, but different people tag me when I'm dressed up wearing my shit. I don't know why. I might post the same pictures I did of my photo shoot, but every day. And then like they watch that one and keep going. But if I post it like I'm dressed, like I took a raw ass picture, they're gonna be like, I like that hoodie. It might be the same week. Look at the in the previous post. Like nothing changed.
No, but when people see that you mess with your stuff,
I think that's what happened with me too though.
For marketing wise, bro, like when I went to school, bro, it was like a person had to see something 7 times, right? For them to really like, all right, let me see what it's about. Like you see the same ad over and over and over, you're like, all right, now let me type in and see what's going on. I keep seeing the ad, right? So they keep seeing you, they matching to your model. So they keep seeing you, they matching the face to a brand. You feel me? So now it's like, oh, okay, so I think Comewetseason out there. You feel me? Like that's I'm gonna keep thinking that. So you just doing good marketing right now.
Yeah.
They say you went to marketing school. So I go to school marketing. So just like learn like analytics and how to like appeal to a certain audience and those different things like that. How to like upsell, downsell, like all different things. But yeah, man, it's just all about perception and how to appeal to a certain audience and then dial it in. So your brand just have to work for it. It has to work for a certain audience.
That's a question.
What?
Appealing to an audience.
Oh yeah, as far as audience important, we can get to that after. I got one for you. So like, you feel me? How do like brands like they want you specifically like I want Arion to work for me, you feel me? Like I want them to post. They gotta like write out you a contract and be like, you feel me? I'm gonna give you this amount of money and you gotta post it this amount of times, you feel me? Or like how does that
It
work?
probably depend on like how big the brand is. Like if it's something local, it's probably just a simple conversation.
Yeah, something local, simple conversation, right? I'm not a person that I look at all my videos. I don't never not.
Shit, they got 20,000.
You know, but it's all about perception, bro. Like, honestly, like, people not in my DM. Constantly, bro. They not, because I'm married. That's one on two, so they ain't my DM. But at the same time, I'm like hecka low key, bro. Like, it seems like I'm doing hella work, bro. But I'm not doing hella work like you think I am. It's like, I just know when to post, what time not to post, I can stay consistent. You feel me? And then it's always timing. Like, I don't gotta do a shoot and post right away. Like, nah, I'm gonna wait until, like, you feel me, the ad come out. Or like when it's like, when this type of fabric's in the season, okay, I'm gonna post it, it makes more sense. But when they reach out to me, bro, it literally like if brand ambassador work, my DM. It was like, hey, bro, like we wanna work with you. This the product. What you think? All right, cool. Like, what's the detail? What's the payout? Whatever. This, and then I see my contract. I say, okay, well, how many times I want you to post a month? All right, cool. Like, then the money makes sense. You're gonna do it. Yeah, do it. Like you saying, like you're getting $20 a post, but I'm only posting. I'm posting 8 times. Well, I said I get $40 for the month. I put 8 times. Like that math add up, bro. Like I ain't making no bread. You feel me? So right, all right. It just,
bro, how far in social media?
yeah, bro. It's like per post. Yeah, per post. Like so, like the brand with now is Everman Jack. Like I'm a brand ambassador for them, like a male grooming company. And for them, it's a little different. Like they send me product.
The reason why I don't like it is because a lot of people don't know how to pretty much like wear the shit, you know. So it's like
take care of it.
Yeah, it's like take care of the shit. So I'm trying to transition to that. That's why I keep doing pop-ups and shit. Every time I do a pop-up, I do less of these, but I'm incorporating more stitching, screen printing and shit like that, and just like kind of like take the light off this. But I know at the end of the day, like, this shit gonna be hard to get rid of because that's kind of like the staple.
That's your goal too. I mean,
yeah, but it's hard though because feel me, a lot of they don't know how to take care of the shit, and then it's like a lot of people like if they see the shit come off after they watch like 2-3 times, they're like, oh, I want my money back. Like this some bullshit, this and that. Feel me? But like everybody in the bag, pretty much they know that. But it's like now when you starting to expand and shit, like they ain't like not understanding it. But it's common sense though. When motherfuckers see the shit, they're like, okay, I gotta take care of this shit. It's common sense.
I mean, to you, I was just talking to my mom about that shit earlier today, bro. Like, to us, we think that shit common sense, bro. Like, we don't think, like for example, bro, like, we put all this shit in the description, like
yeah,
we put it in the description, put it, you know, put it in this, like, whatever. And then my grandma was just like, yeah, but, like, we just not gonna read it. Like, she was basically like, I ain't gonna even read it. I'm like, I put all the information in the description. She was like, yeah, that's take too much work. Like, I want to generate it right now.
In the generation we're in, bro, it's 2 things. We got a short attention span, bro, and a lot of times, motherfuckers, they probably won't put the shit on again, or the like certain people they just look for something wrong with your shit just for them to leave like a bad review or to tell the next person or put in their close friends like, oh, this some bullshit. This is why I don't support black-owned brands and this and that. It's like people they want something. Feel me? Like that's just what it is.
Well, I asked you that question. So, like, the product, like, the product itself, like, is it a certain type of product that you want, like, you want, like, modeling? Like, you'll be like, you know what? I ain't even gonna fuck with that. Yeah, like, that's not me. Like, or, like, if somebody came with you, like, bro, I need 50 bands right now. Put this on and do your thing with it. Like, is it still something that you be like, you know, I'm cool. Like,
shit, somebody even 50 bands. I don't care what it was. I don't care. That was lace, roses. I don't care what that was. What? 50K, bro. That's that now, bro. Like, you go out with it every day. That, oh, man. Nah, honestly, bro, I'm slowly getting into textures, bro. And what I don't like, what I do like, it actually took me working setting for all mankind to understand what quality was.
so that's the jeans.
It's crazy because nigga, they got that's a great quality jean.
Right.
When True Religion and shit was hot, bro, like 7 jeans was simple, but they feel better than True, bro.
Right.
I had some 7 jeans.
I was saying, if y'all ain't never had a pair of 7s,
I have
like 7s, and it's taking care of your jeans, but putting them in the freezer and stuff, like that stuff work, bro. Like white people really take care of themselves. It'd be like $300-400 for the jeans. But you put them in the freezer and they don't shrink, bro. They stay they size. Like one I was wearing, like every time I wore it, the softer fabric out of me. Every time. I never would. Like they microfiber, like it's like they really take time for every pair of jeans, bro. It's like it's made overseas in Italy and Japan. And when I worked there and I wore a pair, then I wore some Levi's. I was like,
You saw the difference.
I was like, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll spend $6 on Levi's, but it'd be dead like what, a couple months. This I can keep it up for 3 years, 4 years if I take care of it.
That's the difference between premium denim and then just regular denim.
So, but I mean, I definitely now I'm going to get older as I grow. It's like me being a man, like I definitely care more about quality of style and how it feels on my body. I care less about how the flash or the design. I'm like, I just want something that makes me feel comfortable to be around. I think I like more like a wool. I tried this on before. I used to put some underwear like a wool and cotton blend. It was like a dry fit underwear.
Yeah, like Ethica and shit.
Yeah, but say I thought it was like Ethica, but it wasn't. Though. It was like softer than Ethica.
Was it PSD?
No, it was Allbirds.
I ain't heard of them.
I haven't heard of them either. So basically, like, you know, so Calvin, when you wear them, they go up your leg.
I don't like Calvin.
I was like, damn, I keep wearing Calvin because the brand, like, you feel me? The brand, like, oh, muscle, all that stuff. And I put it down to a fit model casting, bro. And I put these things on. I was like, what the heck? Like, it was comfortable. Like, it didn't rise up. I felt like I wasn't gonna wear underwear. And these things go for like 40 a pop.
But it's worth it though.
It was worth it. I was like, dang, man, like.
It's crazy though, because I just had this argument with my cousin. He was like, man, why you spend so much on jeans and shit like that? I'm like, good. It's like, it's about the feel. And it's like, I like a certain type of feel. Feel me? As far as like when you go like premium denim and shit, like that shit, it feels different. Like for example, these RTA, they actually feel good when you wear them. And then it's like the purple jeans. Me personally, I'm starting out to like them because after a while, they're done. They supposed to be premium denim, but they done. But they're not worth on $300. Feel me? But the Kasubis though, that's a good brand. Feel me? But in like the coat individuality jeans, that's a good jean. But if you like heavy shit, feel me? So if you like heavy jeans, that's something perfect for you. But sometimes heavy is comfortable. It depends on what you're doing. Like if you out in the cold, you probably want some heavy pants. Feel me?
In the bed, we don't really get too cold. Yeah, I mean, we be thinking it's
It
cold.
get cold sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
it's cold.
it don't snow here though. So like, if you need like somewhere like Wisconsin or Chicago where it really snow,
Right?
That might make sense.
Exactly. But it just goes back to the fact that it's important on how what you wear makes you feel. Feel me? So it's like what you gonna spend your money on that you know that's gonna last. Like I don't think I could go buy a pair of Levi's.
I ain't gonna leave out no more.
I don't think I could go buy a pair.
Well, I'm like Levi's actually the racist brand.
Yeah, they are.
Back to, if you look at the back of the you know what I'm talking
logo.
about? The logo? Yeah, so the pants represent like a slave. They used to pull them apart. They don't want to pull them apart and slave. So that's what that pants represent. Yeah.
But I don't think I could.
That's a lot I read about these.
Yeah, I really personally don't think I could buy a pair of Levi's again. Ever since I didn't like grasp on to all these other brands and the premium denims and shit, I don't think I would go back to Levi's. I don't think so.
Comfort is way better than style.
Oh,
I think.
Hell yeah. Because if you're gonna be uncomfortable as hell trying to be in style with some shit that's really not
That's
for
how I
you.
feel about people wearing designer shoes. I don't got no designer shoes. Everybody who wear designer shoes, they say
straight
they're
up.
uncomfortable. They say everybody who wear McQueens, so they hell
Alexander
uncomfortable.
McQueen's is the worst.
They say they hell uncomfortable, and I'm like, bro, like I would much rather wear some Jordans. And I know how my feet feel in Jordans.
But not
I can wear Jordans all day.
But yeah, but not every Jordan is comfortable too though.
I mean, I don't really have that many Jordans that ain't uncomfortable. Like,
There's a lot of Jordans that's uncomfortable as fuck. I tell you that. A lot of people won't admit it, but some ones are uncomfortable, bro.
you know what? Because they so hella
Some
thin.
ones are uncomfortable.
They so hella thin. But like, as far as like really, like, I could wear Jordans for me. I could wear Jordans for all day, and I got trip. Like, you feel me? Because yeah, like at the end of the day, like.
A lot of people not gonna say that though because that's what's in style.
Yeah, no, like I said, everybody gonna wear some Dior, some Louis Vuitton, some Gucci, some Alexander McQueen.
Dior is okay, they just happy.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta be willing to accept a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that shit heavy.
Nah, better than me, shit. I'm another designer.
Yeah. I mean, I like certain designers, but it's what the designer got. Like the shoes, I'm really not into like designer shoes like that. I'm a sneakerhead. Like I could wear that with some designer. But if I'm going out, maybe I'll go get me some. But I won't buy no Alexander McQueen's again.
I hear nothing but bad reviews from them. I hear everybody say it's hella uncomfortable.
That shit is uncomfortable. It's like, how can you make a shoe that uncomfortable? It's just like it's sharp, like on the inside, right toe. You guys, anybody who got some Alexander McQueen's, this is the right shoe or like certain left shoes it's just sharp in the front. It's always the front of the shoe. That's it. But a lot of designers though, they are made to be comfortable. Unless it's a sweatsuit. But even sweatsuit would be uncomfortable.
I'm about to switch. I'm trying to be fly. I'm trying to be comfortable. Like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to be fly. I'm trying to be comfortable.
I'm still looking for like a nice like go-to sweatsuit. I'm a sweatsuit person.
Nike Tech, bro.
Where?
Nike Tech. The Nike Tech Fit.
Mm-hmm.
Nike Tech Fleece. That's like the best sweatsuit I've ever had, bro. That's like the best. That's like one of the best.
Go to workout in, go to the store in.
That Nike Tech, bro. It's perfect. Well, I'm only saying that because I ain't got my sweatsuit.
Yeah,
maybe if I get my sweatsuit.
I was about to say, like, what's up, somebody, bro?
If I ain't got mine in yet, though, I get mine in tomorrow, so I might have a different outlook.
Yeah,
I might have a different outlook for sure.
That sweatsuit, man, nice sweatsuit. I put that on quick. Just put my slides on, some running shoes on.
You know what's crazy? What I just realized, sweatsuits are an all year round thing.
Really?
They not seasonal.
Motherfuckers gonna wear sweatsuits all the time.
And even in because in the Bay Area, bro, you gotta remember, like, we gonna have hot days, but it's gonna be more cold days than hot. As far as cool, like cool days, it don't gotta be like freezing cold, but it's gonna be cool because we by the water. Everywhere else, like in the world, they really not by water like that. Unless you go to like what, Florida, or like Detroit or something. Yeah. Like that's it. Like somewhere like Midwest, like it's kind of like by the Great Lakes and shit. But sweatsuits, bro, I feel like that's kind of important for brands, bro. I was gonna tell you, you might as well get you one, bro. You gonna have to.
I got one already.
I know I'm talking about like just like keeping it in stock on the website shit.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie.
And it's like the right person wear your sweatsuit. You know, on social media, they tag you and all the shit. They might want that for their comfort zone. Yeah, for sure. Them type of motherfuckers, they gonna pay. They gonna wear that shit all the time. They gonna be your billboard. It's gonna be out there. But my sweatsuit might be the next most comfortable. I don't know tomorrow for sure. When I try to go with this shit. I'm gonna know tomorrow for sure.
So like, as far as like you say earlier, you was trying to work with like black brands and shit. Like, is it hard? Is it harder as a black man trying to work with black brands in the industry, like in the world you in? Like, you feel me? Because it's like I'm sure like most of the brands or like the companies you work with, you don't see a lot of black people.
I feel like that's the first part. I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's hard for any black person to work black brand. I think you just have to make a decision to do it. I feel like you gotta stop listening to the hype of all the other brands and stop.
That's the hardest shit, bro.
But
because motherfuckers will, bro. I swear to God, motherfuckers will be trying to like. They will really. They is so quick to write you off, bro. As a black brand, they be so quick to write you off, bro.
Yeah. Because it's there are some. Now I will say this. There are some black brands that be just ruining it for everybody. Like I'm like, bro,
I know.
I'm like, bro, come on now. Like,
we be saying that. We just talking about that last night.
I'm like, bro, like, all right, even your hoodie costs $120. All right, cool. Some people like my hoodie costs $700. I'm like, bro, I don't care if you buzz Gucci. I am not paying you $700 for a hoodie, bro. I said it's better pay my bills and everything. But like, it better be something magical. But like, that's just me. But working with black brands, but you just gotta make a decision. But you gotta start listening to all these white folks.
How could you like if somebody was like if you was trying to like persuade one of us or somebody to like come from with you on some model and shit, like what would you add? Like how important is it? Is it really that important?
Yeah, it's a relationship with both sides. Like it has to be benefit for y'all. Like I could reach out to y'all like, oh, what's up? Let's do a shoot. All right, cool. Like you can decide whether does he have an influence? Does who he is, does that align with my brand? Like, if I'm a hothead, you feel me? Like, I'm just that person. If I bring that negativity to y'all brand, that don't look right.
So basically what you're saying, like, the kind of person you are outside of the actual photo shoot matter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but but not even just that. Like, you might not even know me outside of the actual, like, social media. But how I am on social media, like, you kind of get a glimpse about how I am.
Right.
Like, you feel me? So if I'm, like, on something, you feel me? I'm chill. You think you can get along with me in person and stuff? Okay, cool, brother. I fuck with it. It's good. But if I'm like some nigga that just hothead or just bumming it out, and I really can't dress outside social media, like you wouldn't want to with your brand. Or if I like say that you was pro, I don't know, say I wasn't pro Black Lives Matter or something. I'm like all lives matter. That might not align with what you like. You feel me? That won't align, bro. But people think a face is all it takes to be with a brand, but it's like, nah, but like nowadays brand, I'm gonna keep it so bubble show. brands are not booking models off the looks of them. They're booking them off of. They're not. So like, say for instance, you say, I believe in supporting kids with autism.
Right.
They'll reach out to the agency saying, which talent really believes this statement.
And then that's what they're gonna bring.
And they're gonna bring them people. They're not gonna want to look somewhere. I mean, you guys look cool, but I know a lot of ugly models. That's just the reality of it, bro. Like, but they gonna like, who here has that experience with a person with autism? Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Bring them in. We're gonna give them a shot. And that's how they're even for the biggest campaign you think of. That's how they do it. They have that line.
So it's basically you have to be like really relatable to the brand now. It's not just like no old video vixen shit.
Nah, bro. I mean, sex sale. I mean, it's so easy for a photographer to shoot a female with a bathing suit. Yeah, that's easy. That's not
they've been doing it for years.
Yeah, it's not a photographer. You feel me? Like, you gotta shoot everybody, and then shoot a naked woman is easy, bro. Like, unless you shoot for bold, and they tell me you specialize in this, which is not gonna happen. You shoot a photographer, they ain't taking your work serious.
That's crazy.
And especially if it's female, they be like, "Are you getting tricked?" I'm like, "Bro, y'all tripping." Going to these shoots, bro. I'm posing like this. Okay, so Google not finna hire you.
No, they're not.
You coming to me talking about I want to get some money, but you only got niggas. You think Google gonna come to your page and be like, "Oh yeah, put it on the billboard, put it like a sweater vest, whatever." We're paying $6. No, bro, they not.
So shit. So y'all really think that influence is important?
I mean, bro, as far as from a person standpoint,
as far as you, like you behind your brand, like you.
I think that is branding though. Like that's like another word for branding. Like the influence. You feel me? Like how can I explain it? Like when I was in school, they taught us about like Harley Davidson. When you think of like that shit a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
It's like people. I don't know the word to say, but like that, they're like your brand becomes like part of their life. Like nigga, I'm a Harley rider. Like. Yeah, I wear booming. I'm booming. Check my pocket. You feel me? Like that's what it's. You feel me? I feel like personality is branding. It's just like another word for it.
It's crazy that he said that because I would tell you about the jury. It brings.
I mean, but like I feel like all our brands got something to do with us though. Like you feel me? Like you feel me? You flashy, so you got the glitter on it, look like jewelry and shit. You feel me? Like me, I feel like I'm a fly nigga, bro. So I'm like I keep it simple, bro, but also like this pop out. This shit stand out. You feel me? You feel me? Charlie swear he a player, bro. So like, Charlie swear he a player. So you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You got some play here. You feel me? It's like your personality might come out when you taking your pictures and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
But man, I'll tell you, bro. Social media, like I mean, high school. You feel me? So it's perception, bro. Social media is perception. Like. Literally, how you are on social media. Like me personally, I'm how I am on social media in person. Mm-hmm. That's just how I am. I don't do that. But
I'm the same way.
You feel me? Like, but I know that when I'm out and about, I'm a brand. Yeah. So how I dress, how I carry myself, like if people in high school like, oh, bro, you do modeling and stuff. Right. They all make me thinking that they forgot that we went to high school and had math class together. They don't care about none of that. They're like, you modeling? Like, yeah, bro. Like, that's what I do. I don't.
But you still the same nigga though.
I'm the same nigga. Like I'm still hello goofy nigga. I still be doing. I be doing my stuff. I still be at the lake in the summer, bro. Do rag on and chilling, bro. Like, but I know when it comes to business, like, you ain't gonna mess up my business. You ain't mess up my paper. So when I'm about, I know that someone's looking at me. I may inspire somebody to do something. Like, it's little kids looking at me. Like, you feel me? Like how I dress. So like, I don't mind taking fashion risks. I don't mind. We're out where I turn like on this because it was something from the 90s. Right. Just something different, bro, because out here, I feel like people are very stagnant and want to stay in the comfort zone, but don't want to explore, bro, like, and really see who they really want to become. So I feel like you can do that with y'all, like, you can do that through fashion, bro. So with your brand, you got to figure out what makes you, like, why is your brand, or like, why should I wear your brand compared to his brand, or vice versa? Like, what's the difference? Like, what's the personality? What's the mission statement? You feel me? When somebody think of your brand, what do they think of? It's a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro. Being on both sides of the camera, bro, you see a lot of stuff, bro. Like, it's more to it just posting a picture. It take like hours to get that one pose.
Like, well, I got a question. How can us as like Bay Area brands, because like you really in the fashion industry, like you really foot first, like you feel me? Mm-hmm. So like, how can we get there? How could we, you feel me, get our foot in the door? Like, cause I feel like us in the Bay, like. like you said, we kind of stagnant. Like, well, there ain't really no direction for us to go. We just all just like trying to figure it out. You feel me? We ain't got no like, bro, like this is how you do it. This is like it's the platform or the blueprint. You feel me?
I feel like you gotta get uncomfortable. You just gotta leave.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, look, bro. Like, I've been to LA, bro. Like, and the moment I said LA, it's the smell hustle. It's I promise you, bro. Like, I was on a set of Insecure, and we were sitting there, and I'm looking at everybody behind the scene. Everybody's just hustling. It's just not the Bay Area is hustle, but it's like everybody. I got my stuff here, I got my little business here, I got my little business here. It is what it is. Out there, bro, it's like you gotta be consistent, bro. You gotta step out your comfort zone. You gotta revamp your stuff. Like, you gotta feel, okay, how can I make mine better? Like you were saying earlier, you was like, I need to figure out how can I make mine better. How can I get make my fabric like mine? Like, how can I really mold it to be me? That right there is the first step. You don't want to be like everybody else. So in the Bay Area, I feel like people got one, don't devalue yourself. How much your stuff costs, regardless of what it is. Family, friend, whatever. You feel me? Stay consistent, market yourself, you feel me? And work with people around. People who want to help. Like, it's very one thing, people do fellowship all day. Right on. So you got models and miles and miles. Man, use that. There's beautiful women, there's cool looking dudes, you feel me, that literally out here just want to wear stuff. And they followers are so engaging, bro. Do what's called famous overnight Marcus. You know what I'm talking about? He worked with Arion and them.
Oh, y'all need to.
Like, you feel me? Like, even that, like, he hella famous out here. Like, feel me? Like, on Instagram stuff. Like, he was
on the beard, right?
Yeah. So you feel me? Like, you know him as the beard. That's just something that's him. You feel me? Like, even Arion.
I know his brother. His brother got a brand.
No, high class.
Yeah.
So
Marcellus.
So even then, because I saw them being consistent and stuff, whatever, and I saw what they were trying to do. They had a contract with the studio I was working with, and only because of COVID, you feel me, it was planned out. But they had a contract and had their own little show based on styling and their stuff, because they was like the way they was branding, it caught the attention of the studio. So it's like you have to step out of the comfort zone. You gotta just like forget everybody else talking about. Let me figure out how I'm gonna make my shit pop, like how I make what quote unquote white people.
So what would you say is the way to go then? Was it because how we talked about it a couple weeks ago was like the athlete celebrities way, where like you put rappers in it, get their music video, to put on an athlete and have them walking to the football game, to the basketball game, whatever. Go that route or go the right route you talking about, where you get the models and the influencers on Instagram.
Oh, you gotta invest, bro. Like, you gonna have to take a L at some point. Mm-hmm. Like, I did free photo shoots for like 3 years straight without getting paid. And just did it just I love what I do.
But it was worth it.
It was worth it. I am for free to 10,000, literally. Right. So you gotta do it. So if Steph Curry, you got opportunity to see Steph Curry, man, start in a hoodie. Hey, he made man, but that's that risk. He's in that industry, like that's that risk, bro. And you may not want it, but him wearing that and millions of people seeing that, 10% of the people seeing that might actually like, oh, where's that hoodie from? All you gotta do is say, this is where I got it from. Tag you in the photo.
See, he aimed it there with Ross.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's literally that simple, bro. Social media, people don't underestimate the power of social media. You can get money, bro, like on social media all the time. It's just how you gotta play the game. It's all about perception, bro. It's staying consistent and knowing your audience.
So that was the next question we were going to use. Having the target audience, is that important? Do you think it's important?
Mm-hmm. You can't be everywhere. You can't. Like, you can try to appeal to everybody and their mama, but at the end of the day, I might only appeal to between 16-year-olds to 30-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like black, white, whatever, in this particular industry. I ain't gonna appeal to no chefs, no entrepreneurs, none of that. So you gotta figure out, okay, who follows me? Like, literally go down your story and just look at who follows you. And it's like, alright, this who follows me, alright, what do they have in common? Right. And what posts are getting more likes? What posts are getting more comments? What's more engagement? That way you kind of figure out, okay, alright, I think I'll do well with the Bay Area right now. Mm-hmm. I want to expand, but who particularly in the Bay Area? Maybe hood niggas. That's just maybe y'all thing. I'm not saying it is, but there may be y'all thing. It might be, okay, I want to pertain toward the athletes. So now you're looking at high school students, now you're looking at college students, now you're looking at even middle school kids still wearing stuff. You're looking at them, like, what are they doing? What are they wearing? How are they wearing it? Adjusting my product that fits their personality.
So once you figure out your audience here, you just throw it down their throat. Market, throw it down their throat every day. And then eventually that audience is gonna start talking about your product more, and it's gonna build. Because people are interested in what they're talking about, and it's just a chain effect, a domino effect.
Yeah, right. That modeling shit. I mean, you in this world though.